Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening. Hello, Miss Nabila.
Hello, Mr. Audi.
Hello, welcome to our online class. How are you doing today?
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Alhamdulillah.
Today is a very heavy rain
Oh, I
in
thought the
Jakarta.
I thought the workload is heavy.
The
So
weather is
just the weather. Yeah, okay, thank goodness. Well, if it's the weather, we can easily find a shelter, right?
yeah, but because I am going to your online class, so I think
Oh, so you had to rush it, yeah?
have to rush it.
So did you get wet?
Yeah, of course.
But you're in the comfort of your home now, so you can easily, change, get some blanket. Feel free to make yourself comfortable during the class. Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the upside, one of the upsides of an online class, because you can be totally comfortable, you know. All right. Anyways, where's Mr. Zulfa? Did you hear anything from him about joining?
No, but maybe because of the traffics here and there,
I see.
uh, there are floods everywhere.
I see. I see. Oh, it started to get flooded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Jakarta.
Okay.
Well, hopefully he can join us as soon as possible. All right.
Okay.
Because I think we have to start now. It's already 8 o'clock here in Makassar. It's still 7 there.
7 plus 2.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start with some challenge. I want to challenge you with some high level advanced vocabulary. Okay.
Oh, this is
So
a quiz again, or
yes, but we're not gonna do Quizlet. No, this time we're gonna have a jumbled letter challenge.
jumble, jumble
So
letter.
yeah, so I'm gonna show you a word, but the letter is going to be jumbled, and your job is to guess what the word is.
Okay.
And the challenge is you have to do it within 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. So, yep, I'm gonna time you. You have 30 seconds only. But I will help you with some clue, and the clue will be a definition. All right, here's an example. There's the definition.
Moving quickly. Okay. The moving quickly and playfully, usually in a light running motion.
The
Uh,
word starts with the capital letter shown.
okay.
So
Mm,
S is the first letter. What do you think it is? It's a verb, meaning it's an activity.
okay.
So what do you think it is?
I don't know what it. Uh, uh, cramp. Oh, cramp.
Scram. Ooh, very close.
Uh,
It,
it's
the second letter is indeed C, but not with the third letter that you said is wrong. It's not
scrap. Scrap. No.
scram. No, there is an E over there. I think scram doesn't have an E.
Mm,
I'll help you
scrap.
with the third letter. The third letter
Okay.
is A.
Carp. Carp. Carp.
The fourth
Um.
letter is M.
Carp. Scamper.
Scamper, there you go.
What is scamper?
But that's
Moving quickly and playfully.
yes, moving quickly and playfully, usually in a light running motion. So
Okay.
like well, who or what usually scampers?
I don't know. Usually.
I think
Uh.
kids, yeah. Kids
Okay.
usually scamper in the playground.
Okay.
So yeah, running around in a quickly and playfully
It's a
motion.
new word for me. Scamper.
Well, it's an advanced word, so you have
Okay.
to expect that it's something new, all right? Okay. All right. Are you ready for the real one? All right.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
And and as usual, there's a consequence if you're wrong and there's a reward.
Okay.
All right? I'll show it to you later. So here is the word. You have 30 seconds. Go.
Mm, microscope, mic,
Oh,
micro.
nope.
Mm,
Come
I don't
on,
know.
you're close. You're close.
Micros, microscope,
Three, two,
microscope,
time's up. Sorry.
microscopic,
Well, too late. The time ran out.
microscopic,
Microscopic. That's right. That's the word. So,
microscopic. Okay.
what does it mean?
Yeah, it's very, very small.
Yes, extremely small and only
Okay,
visible with a microscope. All right, because you're wrong, you get a you get the
yeah,
consequence, Miss
that is my consequence.
Bella. And your consequence, you have to answer the random question from this generator.
Another crazy
Yep,
generator.
yep, that's right. Because I'm nosy, so I'd love to know more about people. So here's the question that you have to answer. What's an unpopular opinion you have? Meaning an opinion that many people disagree with you.
Unpopular the opinion I have is um I love it's okay for me uh to be alone to go to the cinema.
Wow. Why? Why would you go to the cinema alone? That's such a waste of, I don't know, waste of time, waste
Yeah,
of, what's the fun in that?
people usually like yeah, they have
Yes.
the same
The same opinion, yes.
the
The
same
same
opinion
opinion.
with
Yes.
you. Like, what are you doing there?
Yes,
Why
exactly,
are you
right?
going there by
Why,
alone by yourself?
why would you go to the cinema by yourself? Why don't you just watch it, in your
Sometimes I just
house?
enjoy my me time, enjoy
Well,
my alone time.
that's unpopular indeed. Yeah, it is unpopular. I can see why.
Yeah.
All right, the next word. Get ready.
Okay.
Go.
What is that? Yeah, it is ketutupan apa?
Oh, it's covered. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, sorry.
it's covered with the
Oh, the
timer.
timer. All
Okay.
right, all right,
A
all right.
sub a substance or material that sticks. Mm, uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know it.
I guess you still
I,
have time.
I, I, uh, never heard it. I,
Sticky.
I see. I don't know.
All right, well, time's up.
Okay.
Time's up. And the word is adhesive.
Oh, adhesive,
Yes, adhesive.
adhesive.
So adhesive means sticky.
Okay,
It's
adhesive.
yeah, it's an academic word for sticky. All right. For
Adhesive,
example, well, uh-huh,
something that is um
something
like
sticky.
no, I thought it was something like uh flammable. It's not, right?
Oh, no, it's different. It's different.
Okay.
Yeah, but there is a word for that too. Well, adhesive is like glue, something that's sticky. As simple as that.
Adhesive. Okay.
Yep. All right.
I
Well, here's your next question coming. What's one place you've traveled that you never, what's that?
never want to go back to.
Yes.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe something I never want to go back to is something I don't want to remember.
Oh, so it's a memory instead of a place. What about a place
Yeah.
though? Have you visited a place that you don't want to go back to?
Mm, I don't know. I
A place?
I often find a good side in every place that I travel.
Oh, you
I
always like
really,
it so far.
yeah.
All right. Well, good for you. Good for you. All right. Let's go to
Okay.
the next
Great.
word. The next one. Get ready. Very easy. Go.
Mm, made by human rather than occurring naturally. Uh, mm,
Yep.
artificial.
Okay, finally. Yeah, you got it. Correct. It is artificial, made by humans rather than occurring naturally. For example, what's an item that's artificial that you use on a daily basis?
Plants, artificial plants.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There are many of them nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah.
Artificial grass. Oh, I hate it. When you go to a place and it looks so green and so lush with the plants, and then you found out that it's all plastic. Oh my gosh, it's so disappointing.
Right.
All right, and here is your reward because you get it right. I will answer the question. Okay.
Okay,
Let's
good.
see what question I will have to answer. Pancakes. Oh, I get an easy
It's
one.
too easy.
Oh, thank God. Thank you, website. Of course, I think I would choose pancakes. Yes.
Why? Waffles is
The texture. I like pancakes texture more because waffles to me feels more like a rubber, like
ah,
rubber, like you're eating rubber.
okay.
Yeah, for waffles.
So you like a smooth cake.
Yes, texture. This is,
You like
like
a smooth
yeah,
cake
correct.
texture.
Yep.
Actually, I love waffles better than pancakes
Oh,
because
really? Why?
because the waffle is like crispy.
Oh, the crispiness.
Yeah, that's the crispiness.
I see. I see.
Uh,
Well, yeah, I
that's
can see that.
apa
I can see that.
I love from waffle. I'm not a regular person. Like
Yeah, I can see that from you going to the cinema by yourself. I can conclude you're not a
yeah,
regular person. All
I'm
right,
not
what
like
about this one? Go. Completely covered or submerged in a liquid.
mm,
It's an adjective. Uh, also you can also be used as a verb three.
mm, 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 gosh, I don't know.
All right, you have 10 seconds left.
R- r- I don't know about it.
Okay, the word is
Immerse.
Yes, that's right.
Immerse.
Meaning completely covered or submerged. Submerge is when you plunge when you dip something into liquid. Yeah, like when you eat biscuits with tea, we usually sub
Dipping the tea.
yeah,
Yeah,
submerge it.
it's submerged.
All right, okay. Let's see your next question.
What's
What
the
accomplishment are you most proud of? Uh-huh.
becoming a little doctor?
What do you mean? What is that? A
Little
little
doctor,
doctor?
Doctor Kecil, when I was in junior high school.
Oh, there was
Oh
there
no,
was
not junior high school, elementary school.
there was a competition that's called
Uh,
junior.
there's not competition, but I just feel cool when I became a little doctor, you know.
A little doctor. But what did you do? I mean, where did you become this little doctor? Was it an event or something?
No, when I was in the when I was in the elementary school, there
Uh-huh.
is extracurricular
Extracurricular. Okay.
for like this little doctor.
And you
So
won,
not one, but
participated.
I'm participating and being one of
Mhm.
the little doctors.
Ah, I
So
see.
I could go here and there, and I'm not going with the uh
Uh-huh.
what is upacara mean?
The ceremony,
Yeah,
the
the
flag
ceremony. So
ceremony.
I don't have to go with the ceremony. I can
Because
with
you're a
the
special, the special chosen little
yeah.
doctor. All right.
Okay.
Well, well, still, that must have been pretty cool, yeah, especially for a kid.
Yeah, it's for kids. It's pretty
All
cool.
right, all right. Let's go with the next one. While waiting for Mr. Zulfa, hopefully he'll join us ASAP. Hmm.
Substance of Surface that dries away. Mm, er,
Hold on, there might be a mistake. I'm also confused with this one.
er,
What is
er, er,
other materials?
Repelpen, Nelpen. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake with this one. Yeah, I made a typo here. What I was supposed to write here is repellent. Yes.
Repellent, double L. Yeah.
Yeah, with a double L. And there's Mr. Sulfa. All right, great.
Where's Mr. Zuffa?
He was in the waiting room. I just admitted him into the meeting. So the word is repellent, and I think this definition is not 100% accurate, yeah, because it's not only for water, but yeah, it does say other materials. But yeah, repellent is the noun of, what do you think is the verb? What is the verb of repellent?
The verb is it's a
Mhm.
noun. So
The verb would be to
repel,
to
repel,
repel.
repel.
That's right, to repel. Hello, Mr. Zulfa. Is that you with the Xiaomi 2, 3, and so on?
Yes, me. Sorry,
Uh,
I borrow my uh mom's
ah,
tablet. Okay.
okay. Okay,
Yeah,
no problem. No problem. So are you set? I mean, can you hear us clearly?
yeah. Yeah, I'm set right now. I just arrived from the office, but now I'm ready.
Okay, great. Well, lucky you. You don't miss all of the fun. We still have one word or maybe
Okay, let
two.
Mr. Zulf answer. I don't know.
So you're gonna fight Miss Bella to guess the jumbled letter word that I'm gonna show on the screen.
Okay.
This time I'm not gonna use any timer. The winner is just the one who can come up with the right word first. All right. And here is the word, along with the definition to help you. So who can guess this first?
Mm,
Speaker. Mm,
The first letter is capitalized, so it's A.
mm.
Mhm.
Anchor.
Okay, there you go. Good job. Can you say it once
Anchor?
again?
Anchor.
Oh,
Anchor.
anchor.
That's right. To anchor means
Mm,
secure or hold firmly in place. Very good, Mr. Zulfa. All right, and Mr. Zulfa, we agreed to have a consequence and reward for the one who
All
loses.
right.
And the consequence and the reward is Miss Bella will have to answer a free question from you. So go ahead.
magic question from you.
Uh,
No, just a
what
question.
what question would you ask Miss Bella? Any question is
Hey, hey,
fine.
we have a question generator.
No, 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 no. Now
Why,
we
Mr.
change the
Zubat?
rule. We make it more challenging, more personal. So please, Mr. Zulfa, would you like to ask anything?
Um.
Bella?
So uh,
Okay,
why are you learning IELTS? Maybe it's basic.
it's
Okay,
so
good.
basic. Okay,
But that's a
you
very
already
important
know the
question.
answer. I already answered it
Well,
in
please remind him.
To remind
So,
myself and yourself. Okay.
so go ahead, Miss Bella. Why are you
Okay,
learning?
I'm learning IELTS to bridge my goals to take the scholarship to the AAS.
Oh, Australian.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why? Why Australian? Why not LPDP or the Fulbright or Chevening?
because the LPDP, LPDP, my age is already
Oh
past
yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. I remember
the
about that.
yeah,
I
but
hate it. I hate
yeah,
that, you know. I think the government should change that policy. I mean, why?
yeah,
Why would
why?
you limit the age?
Yeah,
And the other
why?
countries don't, you know? It's only with LPDP that there is an age limit.
Yeah, because the age limit in
Yeah.
LPDP, and also
Yeah.
Australia is not too far from
Oh
Indonesia,
yeah. So
so
you can mudik anytime you want, yeah.
yeah, it's cheaper price
All
for the
right, all
ticket.
right. Okay, next question.
And
Here we
there's still
go.
questions.
Oh yeah, there's one more. Last one. So
Oh.
there is a chance for you to ask the nosy question to Mr. Sulfa, Miss Bella. Yeah. Here we go. Go.
Mm,
Vertical.
Wait, good job. There it is. That's the word. It's
just
vertical,
oh,
meaning
so fast.
standing or pointing straight up and
Oh
down,
yeah, straight up.
perpendicular to the ground. All right, go ahead. Shoot the question.
What else?
Okay, just the regular question.
No,
Regular
make it
question. That's why.
nosy, make it nosy. So this is a rare occasion.
Pass.
So,
Go.
Mr. Silva,
Uh, why are you always dressed sharp when you are coming to the class?
Dress sharp.
dressed sharp. Oh, you mean like very, very neatly, very
Yes.
nicely. Oh, okay, good, nice. So why are you dressed nicely or sharp when you go to the class, Miss Bella?
This is what I use when I go to the office.
So you always come to the class straight from the office.
Yeah.
Ah,
Okay.
I have a follow-up question. I have a follow-up question to that. Why
Okay.
Okay.
why didn't you stop by at your home since it's nearby
I
the,
stopped
you
by
know,
to my home, but I don't have much time to like
oh, to change.
take a bath or change. Just
I see, I
I
see,
just take a perfume and
I see.
wash
Uh,
wash my
I
face.
see. Do a little touch up, yeah?
Yeah, just do little touch up.
All right, cool, cool. Nice. All right, thank you very much. So that's just a little fun activity to start our class, but pay attention to these words because you'll see them again in our reading passage later, yeah? So we have vertical, anchor, repellent, immersed. What else from the previous ones? Do you remember, Miss Bella? Can you share with Mr. Zulfa?
The actually I forgot.
Okay, here they are.
Okay.
So we have, what's the first word?
Cra-
Scam,
Sca
scam,
scamper.
scamper. To move quickly and playfully
Scamper.
is to scamper. And then there is microscopic,
Right.
adhesive, and
Artificial.
artificial.
Crystal.
All right. Okay. So once again, these words are going to be related to our reading tonight. And you see, always try to prepare your vocabulary bank with academic words. Because imagine if you read a passage and most of the words are unknown to you, it would be extremely hard to answer the question well, yeah? All right. And tonight we are going to cover several lessons. Starting with the first one is identifying types of information. This is important when you find the matching information tasks. All right. So it's called matching information. The question will ask you to match a list of things with the other list based on the reading. So what you need to do is to locate an idea or information in the text and match it to a phrase that accurately describes it. And look at this little exercise. Can you read the instruction for us, Mr. Sulfa?
Uh, okay. Read the extras. Read the extracts from two separate paragraphs of a reading passage. What type of information has been underlined?
All right. So there is an underlined part of the paragraph B here. So which one describes this information, A, B, or C? I'll give you some time to think about it and then share your answer. All right. All right. Have you made your answer? Have you decided?
Wait.
All right. Take your time. What about Miss Bella? Have you chosen?
Yeah.
All right. Let's wait for Mr. Sulfa. All right. Mr. Sulfa?
Yeah, okay.
All right. Okay, so let's share your answers. So what type of information is underlined here, Miss Bella? A, B, or C?
I think it's C.
C. What about Mr. Sulfa?
Um, yes, C.
All right. So now give me your reason, your thought process, and how did you arrive to C? Miss Bella.
Because it's describes meerkat's action if their food is in short supply.
All right.
So they
So
are transient by nature and move their food is in if their food is in short supply, so they'll move and they'll transient
okay.
so
All right.
they are forced out by a stronger game.
All
I don't
right.
know.
All right. Noted. Thank you. What about Mr. Sulfa? Do you have the same reason?
Yeah, I think because it starts with the verb, so it's describe the action why the animals should move.
Okay. There's a good word there that you just mentioned. To describe, can you say
Verb.
the word again that you just
Verb.
to
Verb.
describe? No. You said why, right?
Mhm.
So what do you describe with the word why?
Uh,
What do we describe when we use the word why? Mhm.
why we use describe because we want to
No.
explain something.
Yes.
Hmm?
What do you explain with why?
Reason.
Very good. Now, my question, does C mention reason?
Not
No.
literally, but there is an argument. So
Argument.
if we have an argument, should be a reason behind that.
Very good. That's right. But take a look at the statement here. Does it say that? And is there any word indicating that it's an argument, like possibility, or is it firm, like it's fact, like it's a statement of a fact, factual statement? When it's an argument, there should be words that indicate that it's an argument, like argues or probably, possibly, likely, potentially, arguably, those kinds of words. Now, is there such a word in that statement? No, right?
I thought argument is like a supporting idea from the statement. No.
Okay. Yeah, but then to argue requires for, words that indicate that you're arguing. And plus, um, it's too general, I think, although it can be connected, there is some connection that it's an argument for a type of action, but consider the other option that may be more specifically covers uh, the statement here. Let's start with a description of an animal's
Oh,
habitat.
that's right.
No,
Mm,
obviously not, right? Because it's
Okay,
not the
mm,
place where
the
they live.
issue. So it's an issue like when they are in short supply,
Yes, there you
they
go.
they move their food.
Yes, because there are a
mm,
couple of them, right? Um,
The issue.
we have one, if their food is in short supply, and two, if they are forced out by a stronger gang. See,
mm,
it only says one argument, so it's not completely covering the statement, you know?
mm,
Yeah.
Okay.
I know that the type of action is to move, right? That's,
Mm.
yeah,
mm,
I can see that your point of view in choosing C, but the answer is B, the issues that can cause something to happen. So plural, pay attention to the clue,
Okay. Yeah.
singular or
okay.
plural, and IELTS usually will
Mm.
give you that clue in the statement. All right.
Mm.
Any
Yeah.
question about this?
No.
All right, let's move on. Now, um, take a look at this. Can you read the instruction for us, Miss Bella, starting from here?
Look at this matching information task best on the extract move above. Sorry. Which paragraph? Which paragraph contains the following information? First, two situations that force meerkats to change where they live. Two, how meerkats generally spend their time.
All right.
Okay.
So, this is an example of matching or identifying information question in the IELTS test. Now, for this type of question, what you need to do is first one, you need to pay attention whether you need to look for individual words to scan, or do you need to look for a whole idea? Okay.
Okay.
Um, because because how you scan will depend on that. All right. If it's only individual word, it's easier usually because you just need to look for that specific word. So your scanning will be faster. Like, for example, um, let's say there is a word um, s- like what? Wow.
Or
40 centimeter, for example. That's a very specific word, right? 40 centimeter. So very specific information. So what you need to do, just look for that 40 centimeter, 40 centimeter, 40 centimeter until you find it. But there are questions that will not make it easy like that for you. Instead of specific words, they will give you idea, something more abstract. Now, the question is, for these two, will we need to look for individual or whole idea?
whole idea.
Whole idea, that's right. Because you will not find these words like two situations. If you try to look for situations, you will not find any situations mentioned here because it's not explicit. It's
Implicit.
implicit. So for this, you need to read more carefully so that you can identify the situations. Same thing with number two. You will not find the word spend their time. Trust me, because it's not individual words that you need to scan for. You need to scan for ideas. All right. Now, look at number two. Can you read it for us again, Miss Bella, please?
Okay. Question one matches with the information underlined in the paragraph above. So the answer is B. Underline the part of paragraph A that matches the information in question two.
All right. So we have answered number one. The answer is the one underlined. Now, what about number two? I'll give you 1 minute 30 seconds. Remember the ideal time to answer one question in the reading of IELTS. Try to answer it, okay? And try to underline the part of the paragraph that gives that information. Start from now. Let me know. Well, let me know when you're sure with your answer already. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's start with Mr. Zulfa. So, which part of paragraph A does contains the information of number two?
Okay. To foraging for food with their sensitive noses.
Okay. What about Miss Bella?
Yeah, same with Mr. Zulfa.
All right. Okay. But there's no word here indicating how they spend their time.
A significant part of their daily
All right. There you go. That's some.
foraging with their sensitive noses.
There is the key information there
Yeah.
that gives that description. Correct. So, yeah, how do they spend their time generally? They
Foraging
Foraging.
for
for
food
food
with
with
their
their
sensitive noses.
There you go.
By the way, what is foraging? Is it like
Andus.
ngendus ya?
No, I don't know. Is it right?
Foraging means to gather, gathering.
Oh, gathering. Okay.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Gathering. Uh, it's a very academic word, foraging, and usually used in academic texts.
Wait, let me write it down.
All right, very good. So it's a whole idea, and that's the part for number two, yeah? Okay, now let's move on. Um, with more examples of the IELTS reading questions on identifying types of information. So look at the extracts here, A to H. They are taken from different reading passages. I'd like you in the next slide to match them with the type of information that's connected with each, right? Let's start with the first one. This information, which type of information is it? I'll give you 90 seconds. Start from now. Get ready to answer when the time's up.
I got it.
Yeah.
Good.
I think
Excellent. That means you save yourself how much time? You save yourself 1 minute. Good job. Now let's check if it's right because it's it's pointless if it's fast and it's wrong. It should be fast and right. Okay. So what's your answer, Ms. Nabila?
I think it's 6.
Number 6, a description of how something works.
Yeah.
All right. What about Mr. Zulfa?
Same as mine. 6 also.
Okay, 6 as well. Let's analyze it together. So which word from the description here that implicates how something works?
Uh,
Yeah.
Causing, yeah, causing something to
causing.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks very much like like a description of a process, right?
Yeah.
And a process is how something works. So let's check. It is indeed correct. Good job. Well done.
Yay.
B, go. 90 seconds.
Okay.
All right, good. Miss Bella has locked her answer. What about Mr. Sulfa? Let's wait for him.
Yes, I got it.
All right, let's check your answers. What's yours, Mr. Sulfa?
Descriptions of a habitat
A
or
description of a habitat. What about Miss Bella?
Yeah. Same as Mr. Zulfa.
Which word has the direct correlation with that from the description?
A natural
um,
hot spring beneath
Okay.
the riverbed.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Do
it
you agree?
byproduct. Yes, agree.
All right, let's reveal the answer. The cause of something.
okay?
Yes, because of the word thanks to. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
also option.
thanks
Yes.
to. So that's a paraphrase of the word because of. Yeah,
Mhm.
with a positive connotation.
So,
Um,
so the natural hot spring is causing the water to be warm.
exactly. A habitat is a place to live, yeah, a place of a species to live. There is not any description of a species here, and although it is a place, and maybe some species can live there, but it doesn't highlight that correlation. So you need to be careful when you find a word that is this that can be a description. Um,
So, so habitat must be describing something that is something that live
yep, that's right.
is to live.
That's the context of habitat.
Okay. The,
It
the
has there.
context of this word
Yeah,
is uh,
there
okay.
has to be a description of a species who lives in the in the set habitat. Okay. All right. So uh, please learn from that and to anticipate for the next one. All right. Let's go to the next one. 90 seconds. Go.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it.
All right. Good timing. Let's wait for Miss Bella.
Wait. Um, I think I found it.
Okay, good. You saved 1 minute from that. Now let's check it. Let's check it. Miss Bella, what's your answer?
Two.
All right. The method used in a research study. What about Mr. Zulfa?
5. The difference between current and past studies.
All right. Now let's hear the keywords that led you to choosing your number. Miss Bella, what's the keyword?
While.
While.
While we used researchers.
All right. So
Yeah.
what is the method then?
There's the method is they look for the surrounding
Surrounding environment.
environment.
Okay. All right.
And the other method is concentrated on diet.
Okay. Good. So we can argue that Mr. Zulfa's answer can also be correct, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a comparison there with the word while, contrasting the past and the current studies. Now, what about Mr. Sulfa? Why is it not better for number two to be the type of information for this?
I don't think there is a method shows on the
description?
On this sentence, it's more like comparing the previous research
Mhm.
and the current study or this study,
All right.
our study.
All right. Good.
So I think it's more like the comparison.
Yeah.
Things
Um,
to-
you are correct, but we can also argue that there is a method mentioned. So looking at the surrounding is technically a method, and concentrating on diet is also a method. Now the question is, which one is more suitable to be the
Think
answer?
right.
Yeah,
It's
it
correct because
is.
we are comparing the
Exactly.
current and the past study.
That's right. So when you are answering identifying type of information, you should aim for an answer that can fully address the description. All right. And not only partially.
Okay.
Okay, good. Next one. 90 seconds. All right. Looks like it's taking you
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm done.
a bit longer.
Yeah.
All right. Have you made your answer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So all in all, it's still you still have some time to spare. Very good. So what's your answer, Mr. Zulfa?
Two,
Number
the
two,
method
the method
used
used
in the
in
research
research
study.
study. What about Miss Bella?
Yes, too.
Okay, what's the key word from the description that correlates with that?
Uh,
Waiting
by
memo.
we achieve this by waiting.
Yes, there's the word. Yeah. By indicates a way of doing something, aka a method.
Okay.
And so the answer is
So,
indeed the method used in a research study. Very good. Next one, E. Go.
Okay, I get it.
All right.
okay.
Okay, good. And the answer is?
Four.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious, yeah. So remember, the context of a habitat is the state that there is a species or some objects living in a certain place. Very good. Next one. F. Go.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let's wait for Miss Bella.
Okay.
Okay. Let's hear your answers. Miss Bella first.
I think it's three.
3, the reaction to something. What about Mr. Zulfa?
One, the findings of a study.
Oh, interesting. A different answer. What's your reason, Mr. Zulfa? Please explain.
Because I think the keyword is the result show. So it means that um it's probably showing the changes or the findings of the study.
Okay, and what about Miss Bella?
I think the keywords is uh, a significant change. in temperature. So it's like the reaction
Okay.
of the result of the sorry of the
All right.
of the installation.
Both are valid arguments. Now let's reveal the answer. And
Eight.
it's number one. The findings of a study. Although you can argue that there is a reaction to the changing of temperature, but once again, it's partial. It only covers this part and doesn't really account for the first part of the description, right? So it's more uh, fully towards describing the findings of a study. So once again, be careful with only partial coverage of the information. You should aim for fuller coverage, yeah, if
Okay.
possible, the whole state. Okay, next one. G, go.
Okay.
Very good. Let's wait for Miss Bella.
Okay.
Okay, what's your answer, Miss Bella? Mm-hmm.
Wait. Uh, yeah. Three.
Number
Number three.
number three, the reaction to something. Mr. Zulfa, do you agree?
Mm, I think 8.
Number eight. All right.
Yes.
What's the keyword, Miss Bella, that indicates the reaction?
The reaction is the public grew angry at the waste of public funds.
All right. And what about Mr. Sulfa?
I think the keyword is they give the uh, amount of time after 10 years, and yeah, I think that's all.
All right.
Main.
Once again, choose the answer that covers, the whole description as much as possible. And which one do you think covers more? Is it number three or number eight? Because number eight, I think it's only in the first part of it, after 10 years. That's the only part that mentions or, that deals with time. It's more towards how the public reacts to that. And this first part is like an introduction to that, like a setup. So we
Mm.
can argue that it covers
Mm.
all. Yeah. So the answer is three, the
Oh,
reaction.
wait. Can
Uh-huh.
we move to the
Previous,
previous one because both are
this one.
conclude about result, right?
A month later, we were able to test it again. The results show a significant change in temperature when the insulation was used. Oh, this one. Hold on. The answer to this one was the findings, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, results and findings are this one is a reaction, by the way,
Okay.
and this one is result is more for this findings. It's more synonymous.
So the
Fine.
result is like for the study, and
Yes.
it's like the result of that making a reaction.
Yes, that's right. You can say it that way. So reaction is something that is less planned, not intentional. That a reaction is less intentional, while findings or result is more intentional. And the statement in F is talking about something intentional, like people are expecting it, while G is something unexpected, right? I hope that makes sense. So you need to be careful with the subtle differences, yeah, subtle meanings in the statements. And this is not fair for you to answer right away because you need to read the passage. After you read the passage, it will be more clear. to decide or to choose. Yeah, the whole passage, I mean. All right, but I think you did pretty well, guys. Most of the answers are correct, so good job. Now, what about the last one? Of course, it's
It's eight.
A, because this is the the last
Wow.
choice. So it takes 35 days. Now this one focuses more on the time.
It's X.
So yeah, takes. All right, there you go. So that's an example of how the question will look like. So remember that what you need to do is to be careful with the little differences and focus on how full the answer covers the description. Now do not fall into the trap of choosing partially covering answer. Because now I want you to focus on the next lesson, which is about locating and matching information. And here is an example how the question looks like. Can you read the instruction, please, of the example question, Mr. Zulfa?
All right. Reading passage 2 has 9 paragraph A to I, which paragraph contains the following information. Write the correct letter A to I in boxes 14 to 18 on your answer sheet. Note, you may use any letter more than once.
There you go. So that's how the prompt is always like, yeah, for this question type. So you will need to match the description given with the paragraph. Okay. And it is quite similar with the matching headings, the one we covered in the previous meeting. But this time it's not a heading, is like a title. This time it's not a title, but more like something more specific, yeah. But the format is similar to that. And it's not going to be in the same order. Just like matching headings, it's not in the same order because it would be too easy if it's in the same order. So you need to be careful. And here are some tips. Can you read it for us, please, Miss Bella?
The study tip. Some examples of the type of information you may be asked to find are a
All
number.
of all of the
Yeah,
list
all
things.
of it.
So the description could ask about a number. It could ask about a date, a measurement, a reason, like the example here, number 15, the reason why trees drop their leaves in autumn. In autumn, yeah. So a cause and effect, conclusion. So, um, yeah, you need to keep an eye. You need to be ready to look for that in the passage.
By the way, sir,
Yep.
for the locating and matching information,
Mhm.
which part of the writing
The
task is it?
the
One, two,
reading.
or
Uh,
uh,
it's usually in the second. Usually number,
this?
yes, 14 to 18. Okay.
In the second passage, right?
Um, could be not just in the second passage. Could be in for the passage 1 or passage 2 or 3. But it's usually the second set. It's usually the second set of questions. The first one is usually like matching headings.
The second set
Um,
of the
yes.
question
Uh-huh.
according to the passage.
Yep, that's right. That's right. But it's not always like that. So it's random. So I wouldn't really recommend, thinking of the position of the question in the task. All right. I hope that answers your question. Moving on, we're gonna practice. Before you answer the locating and matching information questions, I will give you time to skim the reading passage. And I will share the link in the chat box to the passage. Okay, in a moment. Copy the link, share in the chat box. All right, so go ahead, follow the link, and you should be able to see the text. And I'll give you 2 minutes to skim and get ready to share with me what it's about by answering the question A, B, C, or D. I'll give you 2 minutes. Start from now. Okay, time's up. So, what do you think is the main idea or the main purpose of the passage, guys? Mr. Sulfa, ABs?
The main idea is about the research about gecko. It's type of lizard that has a unique um, hand, I guess.
Okay,
And yeah, the research analyze how it differ than another lizard type,
excellent,
another
excellent,
type of the lizard. So
excellent.
yeah, I think uh, that's how they did the research. They
Excellent.
compare to the previous uh,
Very good.
research on the second paragraph and on the third until six. If I'm not mistaken, it's talk the method and ended by the result.
Wow, excellent. You did all you got all that from just 2 minutes skimming. That's excellent. Now, what do you think is the purpose? What's the aim of the text? If you can choose on the screen, A, B, C, or D.
Mm, I think uh, D. Yeah.
All right. Delta. What about Miss Bella? Do you
Delta.
agree?
Yeah, I think it's D.
And the answer is indeed it's D. Very good. Okay, but that's not the question. That's only to get us all on the same page about the main purpose and idea of the text. The real question is, da-da-dang, here we go. So this is the example taken from past IELTS tests on that same topic before in the passage. So which paragraph contains these pieces of information? Try to underline the type of information from the statements to help you scan. And the examples are number 1 and 2. So for number 1, the best keywords to scan to find the information faster will be visual evidence. Number 2, a question that is yet to be answered. What about number 3? What do you think is the best keywords to help us find the information quickly?
To calculate the gripping
To
power.
calculate, the method to calculate.
Method, yeah? Oops. What happened? Why is it blank? Okay, something just happened. I don't know what. It took me back to the first slide. So let's go back. Let's get back to where we were. All right. So number 3 is it would be the method, and then gripping power, I think. Yeah. So can you predict what kind of word would you find in the part that talks about this? What kind of word will we possibly find when we scan for this? I'm thinking of words like strong, strong grip, weak grip, uh, fall, uh, let go, things like that. So that's what you need to have in mind when you are before you start scanning. You need to predict, anticipate the kinds of words you will find. What about number 4? What would be the best keywords to scan?
Opinion.
Opinion. Very good. About?
Gripping ability.
Yeah, so the gripping ability. So my prediction, it will not be far from the location of the information of number 3 because it has the similar focus. And what kind of word can we predict we will find talking about opinion? Maybe words like surprising. What else? Unpredictable, things like that. Number 5?
Environments.
Environments. Very good.
Okay.
And what words can we predict that we will find? Can you predict where people usually find geckos?
The rainforest.
Rainforest could be, but I'm thinking residents, There are many geckos like back in my hometown. Oh my gosh. There's so many geckos in residences. Okay, number 6, keywords.
The contrast.
Contrast. And then of what?
Uh,
Of research.
Yeah.
And
And
other
other
researchers.
researchers. The last one.
Scientific term.
Definition.
Scientific term. I think the scientific term would be the first thing that you need to look for, and then once you find something scientific, something technical, yeah, you can look around for a definition to that technical or scientific. All right. So once again, that's what you need to do before you start scanning, so that your scanning can be more efficient and more effective. And get ready to do just that. Okay. So it is important to fully understand what you're looking for. And by doing that, by identifying the keywords, that's what you're actually doing. You try to fully understand what you need to look for. So let's do this before we go on and do the scanning, so that we are more prepared and we fully understand what we are looking for. Yeah? So number 1, which of the following do you think is visual evidence, guys? A, B, or C?
B.
Okay, Miss Bella, do you agree?
Yeah.
All right, let's check. It is indeed B, something that researchers have. Number 2, what do you think is which one that defines ability to resist water? or connects with that? A, B, or C, Mr. Zulfa?
Mm, C.
C?
Mm.
Do you second that, Miss Bella? Do you second Mr. Zulfa's answer, C?
Second mean agree, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. To second means to agree with something that has been mentioned.
I think it's A. I don't
Oh, so you have a different answer. A, soaks up water. All right. Now let's see. What does the word resist mean?
know.
To resist means to stop something. To stop something. Uh-huh.
But it's like,
Uh-huh. Miss Bella, you want to add something?
okay, it's C.
Yeah, so it's C. But hey, let me show you what to resist means. And to do that, I want to show you a very good dictionary that I would highly recommend you guys invest in. So this is Cambridge Advanced Dictionary. This is what I like to use to check words that I'm curious of. So here, what does resist mean? To fight against something or someone that is attacking you. There's another meaning, to refuse to accept or be changed by something. To stop yourself from doing something that you want to do. So, yep, to stop, yeah. You can technically say that. And the answer is C. Now, what about number 3? Scan the passage to find visual evidence of an ability to resist water. Which paragraph contains this information? Now, open the text that I shared with you earlier and try to look for the information for the visual evidence of an ability to resist water. And tell me which paragraph contains this information in 90 seconds. Start from now. Did you find it? Okay, time's up, guys. Can you find a part that even just a bit gives the information of that visual evidence? Yes, Mr. Sulfa, which paragraph do you think?
To be frank, I'm not sure whether it's first one or second one, but I think um the visual one probably the the first one.
Okay, in paragraph A, you mean.
Yes.
And what's the word that shows that it's something visually evident?
Mm.
Look for the paraphrase.
uh,
There's no word, I think, paraphrasing visually evident, visual
yeah.
evidence there, unfortunately. So it's not in A. What about Miss Bella?
I think, I don't know, I'm not sure if it's between D or E.
All right. So what are the keywords?
Um, the keyword is like the first one in D. I thought it's like they were unable to displace the water around their feet to make the tight contact that usually keeps the geckos.
Okay. Is there any paraphrase of visual evidence there?
Mm,
What what's the activity that happens when
when the team immersed the geckos in a bed of room temperature water
uh-huh,
with gas button. The
uh-huh.
animals were completely unable to anchor themselves to the surface.
Okay.
Or
Keep reading.
wait, the toes are super
Super
hydrophobic.
water
Hydrophobic.
repellent.
Yeah, or water repellent explains sharks who could
Who could
see
see a
through
silvery bubble of air around there? Who could
Mm.
the
see? Now, what
Mm.
what happens when you see something? It means you visually prove something, right? Because you can see it. So that's an evidence because you can see it. The answer is it's in paragraph
Yeah. Mm.
D. There you go. All right. So
okay.
watch out.
About the repellent. What is repellent?
Repellent means to resist something.
Okay.
Yes, to repel means to resist something. All right. So, yeah, you need to be careful with paraphrase, just like, with the other sections of IELTS, guys. Paraphrase will always be there to make it hard for you. And in this case, you can see who could see. That's the paraphrase of visual evidence of gecko's ability to resist water. So the way they resist water is by having a toe or toes that are super hydrophobic. And that's the challenge with this question type because the paraphrase could be so intense like that. It's so hard to catch them. But at least now you are aware and you can practice more to do it more quickly, more effectively. And let's do it now. Let's practice that now. I want you to continue with number 2, 3 until 7. All right. And let's do this one by one so that we can, learn from each of the mistake from each question before we continue with the next one. I'll give you 90 seconds for number 2. Which paragraph contains the information of a question that is yet to be answered by the researchers? You guys ready? Here we go.
Question. Oh, sorry, sir. That
Yep.
is yet to be answered. That is yet to be answered means didn't answered yet, yeah, right?
Yes, that's right. So this is an advanced sentence structure. That means hasn't been answered. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Resume.
I think.
Okay, save your answer once you've got it. We'll wait until the time is up. All right, now, I'm not expecting that you will easily find the information because the text is long. And remember, it's random, it's not in order. So you'll really have to scan the whole text, which is very long. But I wanna I wanna check if any of you got a pretty sure answer to this. So, Mr. Zulfa, have you got any sure answer for number two?
Yes, B.
B. All right. Can you say the part that gives that information?
Um,
Just a
hmm,
sentence.
Meaning that previous studies had focused on the reptiles clinging to artificial terrain surface. Stark says, we know they are in tropical environments that probably have a lot of rain and geckos don't suddenly falls, blah, 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 blah. Yet, the animals do seems to have trouble getting grip on smooth.
Mhm.
I think probably they are comparing to the previous research.
In which paragraph is it?
B.
Bravo. Which line? Oh,
Mm,
that one. I,
mm,
I found it. Explaining that previous studies had focused on going into. We know that don't suddenly follow the trees when it's wet, yet the animals do seem to have trouble getting a grip on smooth wet. I don't see any statement that says they want to know something that hasn't been known. Is there, or am I missing it?
I think it's like the last sentence in this
Last
paragraph.
sentence. The team decided to find out how geckos with wet feet cope on both wet and dry
mm.
surfaces. Okay, now I see it. Interesting. What about Miss Bella? Before we unravel the answer.
Yeah, I think the answer is also B.
Is it the same part?
Yeah, the last sentence.
The last sentence? All right, now let's. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. And the answer is it's it's in paragraph C.
Huh?
Yep. Sorry,
Paragraph
paragraph
E?
E, I mean E. So if you take a look at the passage in paragraph E, um, let me see, where was it? There's a statement that says the team. That might be sliding. Okay, was climbing on the surface. As soon as they can walk. However, as soon as they are barely. The team is keen to understand. The
In.
team is keen to understand how long it takes geckos to recover from drenching. Now, why B? Although it's implicit, yes, we can argue that they want to know this. There is an answer to that in the next paragraphs. All right. So we cannot say that they have yet, or it's yet to be, to be known or to be understood.
I
While,
thought I
Mhm.
thought it's like the purpose they They
So,
have. Why they do the research? That's
uh-huh,
because they don't find it yet at the beginning, and
uh-huh.
then they do it, and then they got
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Miss Bella. Can you say that
yeah.
again?
I thought it's like their purpose is to find out
Mm-hmm.
the question that is uh
That is
haven't
not answered yet.
yeah that is not answered yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the beginning, they don't have the answer.
Okay,
Like
but now they have it, right?
yeah, and then they
So,
have it.
yeah, so we cannot argue that is yet to be answered, right? And look at the verb. It's using is. That means it's present. It means it's now. It's not answered yet now. While the ones in paragraph B has been answered through their research.
So the whole we are talking like the whole research, like the whole passage. They don't find it the answer.
Mm, well, for this question, they already know it because they have explained it here in paragraph C, D, and E, right? And that means we cannot argue that it's yet to be answered. So that's why the answer is E, this last one here, because there's no answer to that yet. Does that make sense? Does that help
I thought
help
like
you understand?
the paragraph E is also entering. Like they, however, as soon as their feet get wet, they barely able to hang on, and the team is keen to understand, like keen to understand how long it takes gators to recover.
To recover from
Like
a
they already know.
not exactly. So team is keen to understand means they want to know. They want to understand. That means it's something that is not known yet because they still want to know it. They still want to find out. They just want to find out.
But
Different.
also in yes, sir. But also in the paragraph B, on the last sentence, the team decided to find out as well.
Yeah, yeah, but
Means it's
uh,
not now yet.
yeah, but it's in the past. It's in the past. The team decided to find out, and now they already find out through their research, through their study. While the statement in the question is using the present tense. You see the present tense because it's using to be is. It means it's in the present, so they don't know it now. If it's in the past, you can argue that the answer in B, in paragraph B, is correct because it's in the past. So use grammar as well to help you, you know, make your answer more accurate. So grammar is important, guys. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Let's move on to the next ones because we need to cover them all before the time runs out. All right, what about number 3? 90 seconds. Go.
Method used to calculate gripping power.
Identify the keywords and then scan for it and decide the paragraph.
Mm.
Okay, have you found it?
Yes.
All right, let's wait for Miss Bella. Okay, so let's check your answers now. What paragraph do you think has the information, Miss Bella? Which paragraph is it?
Wait.
So remember the keywords are method,
Right.
calculate, gripping power. Remember, when the time's up, what do you do?
I move on.
Guess and move on. So what's your guess, Miss Bella?
I think it's E. I don't know. I don't really.
Make a
Um,
guess.
there's many methods, but according to the gripping power,
Make a
so
guess.
between D and E, I think.
So D or E?
I think D.
Okay. What? Sorry?
D.
Okay, Delta. What about Mr. Zulfa?
I'm pretty sure it's C.
Can you pinpoint the part, please?
The part is fitting a tiny harness around the reser's pelvis and gently lowering the animals onto a uh, plate of smooth glass. Sark and Sullivan allow the animals to become well attached before connecting the harnesses. Uh,
Where is the gripping power?
uh,
What's the paraphrase? Which one is the paraphrase of gripping power?
I think the the first one first they had to find
There we
out how
go.
well their
How
geckos
well
clung.
geckos clung onto glass. That's gripping power paraphrase, Miss Bella. How the gecko clung onto glass. So clung is verb two of cling, yeah? And cling is when you try to grip, when you try to grip on something. So again, paraphrase is your nemesis, guys, for this type of question, right? Yeah, vocabulary, I think is crucial. And yes, that's the answer there. So that's the method, how they measure or calculate the gripping power, how they clung onto glass with their feet. The answer is C. All right, so watch out for paraphrase. Number 4, go. Watch out for paraphrase.
The first is opinion, gripping ability.
Okay, time's up. Time to lock your answers in. Number 4, what do you think is the paragraph, Miss Bella?
E.
Charlie?
Number 4 E.
No, number 4, number 4.
Number 4, right?
Yeah,
The researcher's opinion. Yeah.
Delta.
E, echo.
Echo. All right. What about Mr. Sulfa?
Mm, I think B.
Delta.
Bravo.
Bravo. All right. Now let's see. Remember the keyword would be opinion, right?
Opinion.
Okay. Now, what's the paraphrase of opinion or the implicit restatement of it that you found in the part, Miss Bella?
That might be the sliding
Ah, yeah.
behavior that we see when the geckos climb vertically up misted glass, say stars.
In which line is it?
In the
Big start.
no, it's not this one.
Uh,
It's the center
para-
part.
paragraph delta, right?
E,
Oh,
echo,
echo. Ah, my goodness, sorry.
echo.
So
That might be the
that
sliding
might be the sliding behavior. All right.
we see when the geckos climb vertically up misted glass.
Hmm. Does that sound like an opinion?
Yeah, because like they're
Say start, yeah.
yeah, say start and like that might be like
Okay. Like
saying
that it's
something
they are
that's
not sure.
yeah.
Okay, interesting. We'll keep that. We'll keep it in mind while checking Mr. Sulfa's answer. What about you, Mr. Sulfa? What in paragraph B that paraphrases opinion?
I think yeah, Miss Bella might be right, but my point is on the B. The researchers are still curious about how the lizard code uh, third line of the paragraph B might be a clue.
Curious, yeah.
Yeah.
So the word curious.
Mhm.
Curious, is that an opinion though? I think curious.
Actually, not an opinion, curious,
Yeah.
but yeah. Yeah, I think if the
Probably.
answer is E, I understand how.
All right. Okay. Now, what do you usually say when you want to give your opinion?
I think
I think. What
Mm,
else?
think I
In
think
mine?
one of them that might be is kind of um
What?
unsure opinion.
What about this one?
Wait,
What about in my view?
yeah,
That
in
is
my
more
view,
a more explicit paraphrase.
like
Oh, in my opinion. And
yeah. Mhm.
plus, the topic is still related to the previous statement. So you should look for it around the previous topic because it's still about the gripping ability, right? Of the geckos. And the
Yeah.
answer is this one, guys. All right. So you look too far. You look for something implicit, too implicit, while the answer is actually more explicit there. Yeah? In my view, the gecko attachment is over this side.
but it's also describing opinion, right? The
Yeah. Yeah. You can argue that it's also we can we can sort of conclude that it's opinion that they feel curious. That means they have this opinion of unsure and might be they are not sure. But there is some more explicit and more straightforward,
like
direct.
they're very like they're very sure of
Yes.
their statement.
Yeah, there you go. So I think first what we can learn from this is try to look for an answer that is more straightforward. That's one. And then secondly, look for similar topic with the question. So for, like I said, the question before this is talking about the same topic, right? It's about gripping power, gripping ability. So you can predict that they're going to be close to each other, the information. All right. The answer is also C. All right. Number 5, 90 seconds. Go.
Okay.
This one is easier because the paraphrase is not that hard, right, Miss Villa?
Yeah.
All right. Let us know when you've decided your answer, Mr. Zulfa.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, which paragraph is it, Miss Bella?
A.
A. What about Mr. Zulfa?
B.
B. Ooh, different answers. Interesting. Now, give me the paraphrases. Let's start from Mr. Zulfa. What's the paraphrase that pinpoint towards habitats or environments
Mm.
in paragraph B?
We know they are in a tropical environment that probably have lots of rain, and geckos don't suddenly fall out of the trees when it's wet. Yet, the animals do seem to have to be trouble gripping a grip on the smooth, wet artificial surface, sliding down wet vertical glass after several steps. So there is two kind of environment that geckos might believe in.
Okay, interesting. But let's go back to the statement. The statement says a mention of the different environments where geckos can be found. So let's go back to that part that Mr. Sulfa shared about this geckos, their natural habitat. Explain the process, focus on relating to address. We know they are in tropical environments that probably have a lot of rain, and geckos don't suddenly fall out of the trees when it's wet. Um, they are in tropical environments. Now, that's a
Mm,
description. That's a description of the environments. And here it
mm.
says the mention of the different environments where you can find gecko. This is
Yes, it can be found as smooth, wet artificial surface, right?
yeah, it describes it, but it doesn't mention it.
Mm,
Hold on, let's continue. And environments, it's plural, so it has to be more than one. What's the other one? I see only one, only tropical environments, and there's no other different ones mentioned. So let's go to Miss Bella. Can you show us the different environments mentioned in paragraph A?
Okay. Geckos are remarkable little lizards clinging up to almost any banana. From the University of Akron, US, explains that they appear to be equally happy scampering through
One,
tropical rainforest canopies as they are in urban settlements.
two. All right, that makes it valid to be different environments. The answer is A. So be careful. Although B has the same words mentioned, environments, it doesn't qualify because it only mentions one type of environments. There is no other different ones mentioned here. So you fell into their trap, Mr. Zulfa.
mm.
Be careful.
Sorry, the second environment is the
Urban setting,
urban setting.
which is the
At
houses.
which sentence?
This one here. So tropical rainforest, that's
Mm-hmm.
one. And then
Oh, okay, I see.
urban
Okay.
settings, that's two. So different environments. B doesn't have
Mm,
that different environment.
Hmm.
Only one type. Number 6. Go. Be careful with the challenges that you faced in the previous questions.
The contrast between start research and the works. It's obviously B.
Okay, there you go. That was quick. So you see how useful it is when you remember the parts that you've done. So keep track of the parts you've done. It will save you time. And if possible, take notes, you know. But if you can remember it without taking notes, then yeah, of course, that can also work. Very good. The last one. Go. This should be an easy one and quick one because you can easily scan for a scientific term.
One that has hydrophobic is taken.
Is there any definition given?
Hmm.
Make sure it does, because that's what the statement says. A
Is it
definition.
is the like for example water repellent is included as
That's an
definition or
example. That's an example, not a
um,
definition. So it doesn't qualify as a definition.
hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's taking you longer than I expect.
Hmm.
All right. And time's up. So, Miss Villa, which paragraph has
I don't know if it's right or wrong. I think it's A.
A? All right. What about Mr. Zulfa?
um I'll stick to the B. Sorry,
Okay.
D, paragraph D.
Bravo, right?
Delta.
Oh, delta. All right. Let's start with A. What's the scientific term that you found in A, Miss Bella?
uh, I think it's in the last sentence. She asked the animal Greek surfaces with microscopic hairs on the sole of their feet,
Okay.
which make close enough contact to be attracted to the surface by the minute forces between atoms.
So which word is the terminology?
Microscopic hair. I don't know.
Nah, that's not very scientific. I mean, not very. I wouldn't really qualify as terminology. Terminology, scientific term is usually a word that only people in that specific field know. Microscopic and hairs are pretty general, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's keep scanning. And what about Mr. Sulfa? What is the scientific term that you found?
mm, mm, I think the super hydrophobic
Okay, very good. That absolutely
plane.
qualifies because people in general wouldn't know what that is. Now, is there any definition?
The
What is it?
definition probably uh, he described the surface that has a super hydrophobic effect,
That's
which is
that's example, sorry.
totally bubble.
That's not a
Yes, sir.
definition. That's an example. That's not a definition.
Totally.
Like how the star explains.
What is it?
The it how the star explains.
Oh, yeah, that's an explanation, not a definition. Sorry, it doesn't qualify. Now, do you want to know the definition?
No, please.
It's over there. Super hydrophobic means
Oh.
Water repellent. And this is a very academic,
Yeah.
how do you say it?
Well,
Like not a punctuation, abbreviation.
yes.
Do you know what
Oh,
IE means?
I asked you before
What
the I in water repellent. You said it's
example?
example.
Oh, sorry, I misheard. I misheard. I thought you're talking about the description from Stark. IE means that is.
Hmm.
So the toes are super hydrophobic, that is water repellent. So you use this abbreviation to give definition of something in writing. So the
What
answer
does it
is
stands for, by the way?
sorry.
What does
It
I
stands
eat
for
stand for?
it's from Latin, I think. It's from Latin. I forgot. I only
Okay.
remember e.g. exempli gratia, meaning for example. But IE,
Okay, sir.
I forgot. You can look it up. You can Google it later.
Yes.
But IE means that is. Yeah. So it is used to give definition. And so the answer is delta.
Okay.
So for Miss Bella, remember, scientific term is something that is not commonly known by people in general. So you should look for something strange, something that you wouldn't know as a general person. Okay, there you go, guys. So that's it. Now let's go to the last one of our lesson tonight about how ideas are connected. Now, um, beside matching a description of information and paragraph, there are also questions how sentences are connected based on the information from the reading. And here's the example. Okay. So what the question asks you to do is to complete an incomplete sentence based on the choices given, based on the information from the paragraph. So what should you do? What do you need to do in this question time? You need to understand how they are connected. Yeah, yeah, obviously. And then let's practice with this example here. And just use your grammar knowledge. Analyze it through the grammar um, without reading the passage. So what do you think is number one, guys? Which one makes sense?
With this, when
The
I
light
press
came on.
switch.
Very good. The light came on.
Hmm. Hmm.
What
Hmm.
about the second one?
Melts. F.
It melts.
It's
Melts.
it
Melt.
melts. Very good. What about number three?
The person is the respondent to this survey. A. All came from similar economic background.
Very good. Number four.
In attend small schools.
E. Generally
E. Very good. And the last one?
Parent with overactive children
B.
tend to need more sleep.
Yeah. That sounds relatable. Yeah, sounds very relatable for those who have children. Are your children overactive, Mr. Zulfa?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Now, the things here is that these questions are not a good representation of the IELTS test. The IELTS test will not be this easy. For the
Mm,
IELTS test, you will need to read the information. So the grammar knowledge, grammar analysis will not be enough because
mm,
they will all use the same grammatical form. All of them can, match with any of them grammatically. So what you need to use to make sure your answer is the information. All right. And let's do that as our last activity of the night.
mm,
I want you to scan the passage. So we're using the same passage about geckos. Read the relevant part of the passage carefully and then choose the best sentence ending. I think you can sort of readily answer this now because we have read the passage to answer the previous exercise, but I'll give you time anyway. All right. I'll give you 90 seconds for number one, and then we'll continue to the next one until number four. Start from now. Number one.
I'm sorry, can you full screen? Okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, pause. Let's pause. I need to highlight something. So the way to answer this is similar, guys. You need to choose keywords from the question, and then you need to scan for the keywords in the passage, and then you need to analyze that part to then help you match the information with the best option. Okay?
Are we still reading for the passage?
Yeah, still about the geckos. All right. So choose the keywords, look for it, analyze it, and then use your analysis to match the first part with the second part. All right, resume 1 minute. Okay, this is pretty challenging, I would say. The paraphrase is very tricky, but let's see if you can get it. So remember, first use grammar clue, yeah. And here the grammar clue would be after how we usually use a clause. A clause consists of subject and verb. So, but then most of them have subject and verb, so it doesn't really help. Okay, but that's the first thing. The second thing is to choose the keyword to look for the information and then anticipate and watch out for restatement or paraphrase. So what do you think, Mr. Sulfa? What's the best second part of the sentence number one?
mm, mm, uh, I'm not sure, but I get something that the teams, which is consist Stark and her team, probably has E.
E, all right.
But number two, I think number two is E, but number one, I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, we're still at number one. So,
Number
Yeah.
one, right?
uh, wait a minute.
Uh,
If I'm not mistaken. Okay. Because
We're still at number
I'm
one.
only looking for the number one.
yeah.
So what is it?
I just found number two. Okay, maybe
Make a
B.
guess. Bravo.
Bravo.
All right. What about Miss Silva? Sorry, Miss Bella.
I think it's A.
A. All right. Now,
Wait. B. Okay, sorry, the answer is B.
bravo.
Bravo, yeah.
Okay, both of you get the point for that one. Good job. Can you read the part?
Cool.
Is it shown on the screen, by the way? Can you see it?
Yeah.
No, my screen, my screen. Does it show?
No.
Oh, okay. How about now?
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah,
that's the
noted.
part. It says a lot of gecko studies look at the very small adhesive structures on your toes to understand how the system works at the most basic level. Now, look at that. Look at the paraphrase. Other researchers is paraphrased to a lot of gecko
Of people studies.
studies. That's very, that's quite a far, paraphrase. Not a very straightforward and direct. So good job that you could still identify it. Now, what about number two? Mr. Sulfa has given his answer, so but we'll give time to Miss Bella to catch up. Yeah, so Miss Bella, go ahead, take your time. 90 seconds.
Okay.
Very good. That was fast. So, what's your answer, Miss Bella?
I think it's E.
E?
Yeah.
What about Mr. Sulfa? Was E your
Yeah.
answer? Okay,
E.
let's check. It is actually D. Yeah.
Hmm?
Delta is the right answer for number two. Because the paraphrase is she and her colleagues, yeah? So she and her colleagues. So Stark and her team is different because they wanted to find out how geckos are able to grip in rainforest settings. And in the passage, it says we're curious about how the lizards cope on surfaces in their natural habitat. They explained that previous studies had focused on reptiles clinging to artificial dry surfaces. So it's, again, very implicit paraphrase. It's a very implicit paraphrase. Geckos are able to recover their gripping abilities after getting wet. That's not the focus. The focus is on the places, the habitats that they want to study. So
Focus on,
yeah,
the geckos
yeah,
in different surface like
yep,
the wet
correct.
and dry.
hmm That's right. That's right. So you need to be careful with choosing answers that is too specific. Yeah. Um, so this one should be more general in covering the habitat instead of the specific conditions. All right, let's go with number three. Stark's experiments reveal that. Have used B, and we have used D as well. Okay, time's up. So what do you think, Miss Bella? Stark experiments reveal that?
Nope. I think it's F.
You're not sure with your answer yet?
What is them? Actually, them.
What is it? Can you say that again, please?
What is them?
Uh, damp means like moist, like not dry, a little bit wet, a bit
Okay.
wet and not dry.
Okay, it's F.
F. What about Mr. Sulfa?
E.
E. All right. Now,
Yes.
let's go through real quickly the steps to answer the question. So first, we need to choose the keyword. What keyword did you choose, guys? Stark's experiment, right?
Yeah.
Where do you find that in the passage?
Therefore, geckos can walk on the wet surfaces as long as their feet are reasonably dry.
All right, let's go with the keyword first. Stark's experiments reveal. So where is that Stark experiment? Where do you find it? Stark's experiment. It's in paragraph.
B.
Well, it's in many paragraphs, yeah, because that's the focus. But then the question is reveal. Reveal means like the result, right? You
Oh,
reveal a result. So where do you find the result?
the team tested the result and adhesively forces on the
Dry surface when their feet had been soaking for 19 minutes and found that the lizard could barely hold on.
What paragraph is that, Miss Bella?
E.
It's in the last paragraph because it talks about the result. And then let's check that information. Therefore, geckos can walk on wet surfaces as long as their feet are reasonably dry. Now, let's use that to, let's check it with the statement. So therefore, Stark's experiments revealed that geckos can grip more easily if their feet are not damp or if their feet are dry. Is it in line with that statement? Is it in line?
Yeah.
Geckos can walk on as long as their feet are dry and not damp. It means it is in line. The answer is.
Why are you asking like that? I feel unsure.
No, I just wanna point out how good your analysis is. And I hope that the steps that you did, because that's what you should do with this type of question. All right. So choose the keyword, scan for it, check it, match it with the answer. The answer is F. Now, last but not least, number 4. What's the keyword? Would like to know, right?
Like, no.
Would like to know. And where do you find this information about what they would like to know?
Like the last step.
Yeah. Is keen to understand how long it takes geckos to recover from drenching. Now, does it have the same meaning? With I think the only answer left is what are the remaining answers? We have used BDF. BDF. That means we still have A, C, and E. So which one? They would like to know how long until they drench, I think, right? How long it takes geckos to recover from drenching.
Uh,
How long they recover from drenching. The gripping mechanism.
How long
Sorry.
it takes to gecko to recover?
Geckos are able to recover their breathing habits after getting wet.
After getting wet, the answer is
E.
E. There you go. So that's the step.
Hmm.
That's the step how to do it.
Hmm.
And I'm not sure, is it going to be in order like that or not in the real test for this question type? Probably in order. Because you can see here, right? B, D, F, and then E. They are in order. So, But then double check it when you practice and you get this question type. Look at the order of the information after you practice. Is it in order? If it's in order, that means in the real test it's going to be in order as well. And that can really help us to save time. If it's in order, that means you can just continue your scanning after the last question. Okay, does that make sense?
Makes sense.
All right. Okay. Well, unfortunately, we don't have any time left for the daily practice test, so this will be homework for you guys. I'm gonna give you the material.
I think my battery is run out.
Yeah, that's why we're also going to close our class.
I don't bring my charger. I left it at the office.
And not only your laptop battery, also your brain battery, right? I think you're out of it.
It's full.
So
My
I'll just
brain battery just ran off 30 minutes ago.
oh, right after it. So there's the material. There's the material in the chat box. Please save it and download it, print it out if you want to do it like in the real test. And try to time yourself when you do it so you can practice the real test situation. And we'll check the answers together first thing in the next class, which is going to be on Friday, right? After I come back.
Okay.
All right. All right. So that's it for tonight. Thank you very much, Miss Bella, Mr. Sulfa.
Mr. Aldo.
Sure. By the way, tomorrow we'll be online as today, or
I don't know. I give it back to you guys. Do you still want to have an online session or do you want to wait till Friday for an offline one to continue? It's all up to you. So just discuss it. Discuss it with Miss Bella and let Miss let us know and she'll let me know and we can adjust accordingly. All right.
okay.
All right. So thank you very much for tonight, everybody, and I'll see you when I see you.
Okay.
Have a nice rest. Bye bye. Good night.
Bye. Thank you.
All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir.